These phones is crazy. Okay. What's going on? How you doing today, everybody? Welcome back. I know it's been a couple of days. I was on vacation. I didn't go nowhere. I was just on vacation. I was chilling. But what's going on again, man? How everybody doing? Welcome back to another exciting episode of One on One Talk. You already know who it is. It's your boy Pico City Brown, or just Pico. It don't matter. I'm all the same person. I want to say what's up to everybody. What's going on today? Thanks to my subscribers. Thank you guys in advance. I want to thank everybody that participates in my show. Participate, listen, leave comments, share. I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. So keep up the good work. It means a lot to me, man. I appreciate you guys a lot. I cannot stress that enough. I really appreciate you guys. We're all family now. We are all family. But you already know what time it is. Before I start the show, I gotta say what's up to everybody that hasn't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet. That came out all wrong. Everybody that didn't subscribe to my YouTube channel yet, do me a favor. Go to YouTube, type it in. Pico the City Brown, One on One Talk PTSD. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Also follow me on TikTok. You can follow me on TikTok, actually Facebook and Instagram. I think it's Pico City 38 on Instagram. At Pico Brown is on TikTok. You can hit the follow button on TikTok, and you can follow me on Instagram. You can also follow me on Facebook at Pico the City Brown. I'm all over the place. And it's like I said earlier, yes, YouTube. Hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button. Hit the like button on YouTube, and you can also hit the notification button on YouTube. So every time I post something, that means you guys will get a notification that it's on YouTube. I'm going to be doing things off Facebook sometimes. I'm going to be doing things just on YouTube. It'll be just shorts because I got to have a bigger platform in YouTube. So I'll do it here, then I'll put it on YouTube. But you already know how it go, man. We got an interesting show today. It's not a, you know, I already know what it is. It's a Pico topic. And let's see, how can I submission? There we go. Is submission a bad thing? Is it controlling somebody, or is it considered to be slavery? You can go any type of ways with that word submission, because a lot of people thinking all these different types of situations now leads up to, goes back to the word submission. If you find a woman and you marry her and she submit to you, that's a beautiful thing. There's nothing wrong with that. But people taking it the wrong way today. A lot of people are saying, you know, why submission? You trying to control me? You trying to be this? You trying to be that? It's slavery. I don't want to. You can't tell me what to do. And it's really not the case, people. Okay, it's really not the case. If you marry a man, you have to just be honest. You have to submit to your husband. Excuse me. You have to submit to your husband, regardless what you think is right or what somebody told you is right or wrong. That's biblical. You have to submit to your husband. That don't mean he's going to treat you like a wet food stamp or something like that. He also has to treat you with respect. Now, I've never been married, but I've been around a lot of people to know what marriage life is. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, because some people say, well, you know, people, you always have doubts and suspicions and stuff about marriage. Anything you go into, you're supposed to have suspicions. I'm not going to say doubts, but you're supposed to have suspicions if that thing's going to work out or not. But you got to play it by ear as well. If to the guys, if you marry a woman and she think that word is beneath her, don't marry her. It don't have to be a big fight about the situation. You know, just don't marry her. Find somebody else that's willing to accept what you're offering. I'm not going to say that word bring to the table, because I'm so tired of that word. Just accept what somebody's bringing. You know, hey, I'm looking for a wife that whoop the bam, that does this, such and such and all that. Okay. Hey, look, if you can meet their criteria, then by all means go for it. But there's a price with everything we do. And I'm not saying a bad price, a good price. And I was talking about this earlier to a friend of mine. What you do to get somebody, you keep doing it when you get them. And That can go all type of ways, but you know how us black folk are. We'll take it out of proportion. We will definitely take that out of proportion. Oh, there we go. That's better. And let's just be honest about it. If I meet a woman, a beautiful woman, and she's dressing provocative, and that drew me in, once she get me, you can't dress provocative. And that goes when I say you can don't do what you do to keep that person, but don't do what you did to get that person. There you go. That's a better way to say it. Because if you drawing attention to me, imagine who else you drawing attention to. Okay, you got your man. Hey, y'all working on it. Y'all in a relationship now. If you want to do what you got to do around the house, that's fine. But if he say, babe, you know what? I'm not comfortable with you wearing that type of dress or something like that no more, whatever. Okay, baby, you know what? You're right. Because regardless, see, women have to understand, you guys are women 24 hours a day. 24 hours a day. So what you do, people see what you do. People see how you dress. That's why when women get so much attention, some women, they can dress like Pete the Tramp and they'll still get attention. So imagine by you getting that attention, imagine if you put something on and you're dressing provocative and you already belong to somebody, you're still going to get more attention. But little that we know, that's disrespecting your husband, or, well, I ain't going to say men because I don't know men that dress like that, but that's disrespecting your husband. See, husband and wife come with a lot of responsibility. So the word being submissive is not controlling. It's not freaking slavery as a lot of people call it. It was never like that. Yeah, exactly. And little that we know, what you do in your marriage, what you do in a relationship, it will leak over into marriage. We had this podcast before. So if you're a crazy woman, when you're in a relationship, when you get married, you're going to be a crazy woman. If you're a no good man, a crazy man, you're going to be a no good crazy man. There's no such thing as, well, I'll get my life together if I find the perfect somebody. First of all, you're going to be looking from now to God come back, because nobody's perfect. You're never going to find a perfect person. That goes for me, that goes for you, that goes for anybody. It was never meant to be perfect. You get what you get and you work on it. Yeah, I'm sorry, I was reading my message. So submission isn't a bad word, because our parents did it. Their parents did it. If you're marrying a man and you taking on this man's last name, that pretty much means, hey, you belong to me now, or we belong to each other, however you want to call it. But you have to submit to your husband. That don't just go for the young women's, that go for the old ones too. And you can't submit on your terms. Meaning, I'll just submit to him a little bit. No, once he get the ring or whatever, and he say I pronounce you man and wife, your job as a woman kicks in. His job as a man husband instead of man. His job as a man kicks in. So the word submissive, I can see why a lot of women think like that, because sometimes men do throw it out of context, and it really shouldn't be like that. Because just because she's submitting to you, that don't mean you get to treat her any kind of way. She's not your footboard. She's not your baseboard. She's not your walking mat. You have to treat her with respect. You have to. That's just how it goes. Now, if she's doing all of this for you, you got to do something for her in return. That's how the cookie crumble, like the old folks say. That's how the cookie crumble. So this isn't a stab at married people. This is a stab at relationship people. This isn't a stab at men. This isn't a stab at women. You know how I do, man. I come both sides. I attack the brothers just like I attack the sisters. Nobody's safe when it comes to me in the podcast. If you're wrong, you're wrong. So that's just how it goes in this world, man. And that's why a lot of things don't work out, because I hear a lot of people would say, well, I've had girlfriends in my past, in my youth, they'll say, hey, there's certain things I do, but you ain't my husband, so I'm not going to do that. Do you know that that's not going to make me open up and say, oh man, okay, she said such and such, I'm not her, so I'm going to marry her and see what she do. No, that's going to push me away, because what are you waiting on? That's going to push me away. Well, no, you ain't my husband. I can't do this. I can't cook for you. I can't blah blah, blah whatever, such and such. That's only gonna make me go out and find somebody else. Let's just be honest. Sisters, if you're dating a man and this man don't do nothing for you, I mean absolutely nothing for you, you're gonna look somewhere else too. So the same way y'all can do it, it's the same way men look at it, and the same way men look at it, the same way women look at it. But somebody changed the rules. I don't know who changed the rules, man, because this marriage is a contact sport. You both have to work at it. If it take blood, sweat, and tears to get off from ground zero and try to make it to level 1, y'all got to do that together. You got to do it together. So the word submission isn't a hard thing. When you take on a husband, you already should know your role as a wife or know your role as a husband. Yeah, you have to provide for your wife. And when the kids start coming along, yeah, you have to provide for your kids as well. You do. But we really need to stop saying that type of word and meaning that type of meaning. No, submission isn't slavery. Submission isn't being controlled by anybody. No, you don't control any. First of all, I'm not Victor Frankenstein, and you're not the bride of Frankenstein. So no, I can't control you. But there's things that should be in the household that you should be okay with doing. I was watching I forgot, I think it was Facebook or TikTok. It was one of them, and it was this guy. He was just walking down the street, and so he stopped this Italian couple. He just stopped them, didn't know who they were from a can of paint. He stopped them, right there in their tracks. He was like, excuse me. He had his hand around his wife, girlfriend. I think it was his wife, I'm sorry. He like, can I ask you a question? He was like, sure. He was like, in your household, who runs the household? No, I'm done. Who's the head of the household? The guy was like me. And the guy that was interviewing him, he was like, why would you say you? He said, because it's what I say goes, man. And he was like, what do your wife think about it? He didn't say nothing. And when they gave her the microphone, and she was like, he runs the house. He's the head of the house. So no matter what, I think it's okay. You have to run it past him. That's the way. And if you got the right guy and he takes that advice and lead with it through God's plan, you're going to have a nice marriage. Both of y'all can't be the head. It just don't work like that. It just don't work like that. If you don't want to submit to a man, don't marry him. Don't, because you can't reap the benefits of being a wife and then not reaping the benefits of being a submissive wife. No, once you get married, all what you did is done. Now it's you and him against everybody else. So just don't do it. If you feel you're not strong enough to do it, don't do it. Ain't no biggie. You ain't gonna not wake up the next day. Just don't do it. Hey, you know what? I don't want to do this and blah blah this then the other. No, I don't want to. Brothers, if you don't want to take care of a woman, don't marry her. Don't lead her in thinking, well, I'ma do this, I'ma do that, and when y'all get married, you don't do nothing you told her you was gonna do, and she get fed up and she leave. Then you want to be mad at her and try to beat her up and stuff. No, you lied on what you said you was gonna do for her. She gave up everything for you. So what do you do about that? I'll tell you what you do about it. You don't get married. It's not gonna make you a bad person if you don't get married to somebody. It's not gonna do that. So it is what it is, man. We as black people, we go into marriage, not all of us, because God knows, a lot of us, if we ain't getting it right, a lot of us is trying to get it right. And nothing hurts more than, nothing hurt. You can't get mad at somebody trying. Hey, guess what? At least I'm trying. And she see that effort in you, that's going to make her a better person. Or this other way around, that's going to make her a better person. Because you have to lead by example. No matter what we do in this world, when we're talking about other people or the opposite sex, we have to lead by an example. Marcus, what's good, brother? How you doing, man? If you didn't read my topic, we talking about the word submission. Why do people consider that word being submissive? Why do people consider that word controlling or slavery? And also, is it true that anything you do in a relationship is going to leak over into your marriage? So those are the topics we're doing today, and I'm putting them all together. So it's good to have you aboard, brother. Yes. So back to what I was saying about the relationship. It is what it is, man. Rings don't change anybody. Rings never changed anybody. Marriage never changed anybody. You're still going to be that same person. Still going to be the same person. If you was a whoremonger and you had goo gobs and goo gobs and goo gobs of women, when you get married, it ain't going nowhere. It's right there. Right there behind you. Tap you on the shoulder like, you ready yet? Nope. You ready yet? Nope. You ready yet? Nope. You ready yet? Nope. And then when that sin find a chink in the armor, you ready yet? Yep. It's right. It never leaves. It never leaves. So, yes, what you do in a relationship, it will leak over into your marriage. How many times we heard people say that? I'm not doing this unless you're my husband. That's not going to make a man marry you faster, because he's looking for something you haven't done for him yet. So he'll just move on to the next one, because there's consequences that come with that. There's always going to be consequences that come with that, whether we like it or not. Like I said earlier, if you're not ready to be one with somebody, or build with somebody, or take care of this woman till God take you from this earth, or support this woman, or provide for her, don't get married. It's simple. Just don't get married. Same thing with a woman. If you say, you know what, I'm not ready to submit to no man. I'm not ready to cook for no man. I'm not ready to keep no clean house for him. I'm not ready to hit the pavement with him. Don't get married. It's simple. Just don't get married. Stay out there. Do your thing. Have your fun. Whatever. Just be safe what you're doing. And a lot of marriages don't work because people go into it like this. They go into it blind or walk into it backwards. Marriage isn't fun. Can it be fun? Yeah, you're going to have fun times. Yeah, just like you have good times and you're going to have bad times. But your bad shouldn't outweigh your good. Sometimes you can take a bad day and make it good. But it sucks when you take a good day and make it bad. And we grow up with that mind frame like, sorry about that. Remember the podcast we had before about going to bed angry at each other. It shouldn't be like that. You never go to bed angry at each other. That's even in a relationship, even when you're not married. You don't go to bed mad at each other. I don't care if she spend the night with you spend the night with her, or she go her way, you go your way. Hey, y'all got to come to a head. Y'all got to bring some peace in this thing, because when you wake up, when you sleep angry, there's a good chance you might wake up just like that. So make it your business to never go to sleep angry, people. That's why the saying is like that, because you're not supposed to. That goes with man and woman. But I watch a hell of a lot of podcasts. I watch a lot of YouTube, because the profession that, well, not the profession, well, the thing that I do, I have to study. And when I study, it's not a stab at anybody. I'm just looking at statistically speaking, and sometimes I put my own theory on it, and it comes up with most people aren't ready for marriage. And it's not just women, it's men too. Just admit it. You're not going to be married. I know what, I don't want to get married. If she say, well, you know what, I'm looking for somebody to marry. If you're not going to marry me, I'm leaving. Okay, like, look, hey, God bless you. I hope you succeed. Don't ever let nobody pressure in, to all my sisters out there. Don't ever let a man pressure you into getting married. Don't ever do that. You do it because you love that person and you want to spend the rest of your life with that person, and all you see is that person, and y'all know, and you can see the future, and y'all have a beautiful future together. That's when you do something. Don't just, oh, he got money, I'ma marry him, or he fine, I'ma marry him, or the brother, she got a big booty, she got a nice body, I finna go and wife that up. Yeah, you know what problems come with that booty? You know what problems come with that body, man? A hell of a lot of problems. I'll put it to you like this. We watch TV all the time. Some of us watch reality shows, some of us don't. Some of us watch talk shows and podcast shows, some of us don't. But what the point I'm trying to make is, the ones we said all the time in marriages, celebrity marriages, they wives look like dime pieces. I mean, straight models. Most of those women be nothing but trouble because they got too much going on for themselves. They fine as hell. They got the body like a goddess. They got money. What can you tell them? What? Ain't nothing you can tell them, man. I can, and they already know I can get any guy I want. You're nothing to them. You're nothing. Same thing with the brothers. Women think they can get in relationships and try to change a guy to what they want them to be. No, baby, let me tell you something. A wise man once told me, a guy won't change for nobody until he's ready to change. Can a woman bring the best out of a man? She can. Yes, she can. If a man likes a woman, really likes a woman like that, yeah, he'll change for the better because he wants to be with her. But it has to be on his terms. It's not your terms. Well, if you want to be with me, you got to do this. You got to get a job. You got to, no, who daddy made you the freaking Dutch of York, first of all? Did I give you all of that say? Did I say, well, if you want to be with me, you can't have no kids. You got to have your own shop. You got to make such and such. No. You can have a preference all you want, but most people with preferences, they don't make it too far. They never really made it too far because your standards is too freaking high. We're only human. Now, if I came to you and said, hey, I want a woman, she got to make $80,000 a year. She got to be 5'5". She got to be at least 110 pounds. She got to have a body like a goddess. She got to do all of this. She got to be able to cook. She got to be able to clean. She got to be just beautiful. She got to have real, authentic hair that's growing out her scalp that's at least right here. And she say, well, you want me to do all this? What are you? And I say, watch this. And I snap my fingers and wings come out of my back and I look like an angel. Then that's a different story. But I'm no better than you. It's funny because broke people always want people that make big money. Have you ever noticed that, y'all? If you're a woman and you making, let's just say, $100,000 a year, and you know these people, these guys like you, and you be like, how much you making? He said, well, I make $50,000 a year. That's not enough. So the thing is, you want somebody on your level. Why? I mean, I never understood that. I just never understood it. If I was a billionaire, you don't see men, billionaires, date billionaires. You don't. I'm not saying it don't happen, but it don't. It's not like that. I'm a billionaire, so I got to go travel the world and see a woman that's making billions. No, that's beneath me anyway. I ain't talking about the money. Money's a good thing to have. I'm just saying that's pretty much beneath me. You get with somebody that you can build a future with. Everybody's not here to get married, people. I don't know who told y'all that, but everybody's not going to get married. That don't make them a bad person. I know a lot of brothers that's not married, and they're good guys. I know a lot of sisters that's not married, and they're good women. You know, the thing used to go around that if a guy didn't have kids, it was something wrong with him. But you ain't got no kids. No, I want to be with him. He ain't got no kids. So you mean to tell me that you prefer to be with you want to be with me, and I have kids, and I was never married to none of these women. I just got baby mamas all over the place. But that's what you want. That don't make sense. That's strike two, man. That don't make sense. People's standards are way too high now, and they bring this stuff into marriage life or relationship life. Okay, I'm with you, you with me. You got a Porsche truck, and I may have a Ford Focus or something like that. Guess what? You know what the difference is? The luxury in the car. If I get in the car, hit the ignition and step on the gas, it's gonna pull off. Hit the thing, put it in drive, it's gonna pull off just like yours is. Yours just costs more. You got a bigger luxury car than I have. Or you have an SUV, I have a car. It don't matter. As long as it get me to point A to point B, just like your car is. Because out of all of that money you spend on cars, they all got one thing in common. They all break down. All of them. I don't care if it's a Pinto or a freaking Phantom. They all break down. So don't never judge nobody off the size of their wallet. That's with man and woman. That's why a lot of people aren't happy in this world anymore. Because we going into these relationships thinking that his wallet or her wallet is going to satisfy my appetite for materialistic things. And it's not even like that. Be with somebody just because you want to be with them. Maybe that person will make you happy. Oh no, I couldn't date him. He worked at such and such. And just something reminds, I was watching something about 2 weeks ago. And this girl was talking to this guy. You know how they were walking around doing interviews and stuff. And she was talking to the guy, you know, and she like, you know, you're a handsome guy, you know, blah, 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 this and the other. She was like, do you have a job? He was like, yeah. He was like, I work at Wendy's. A girl in the background started laughing. So the girl that had the phone, she turned around and was like, why are you laughing at him? He got a job. At least he has a job. What? And the person that laughed, she wasn't even working. She wasn't working. You have a job? No. So what the hell you laughing at him for? He can be busting his head trying to do right at his job. At least the man is getting an honest paycheck. What happened to everything where everybody got to make these X amount of dollars to be even noticed? What happened? Did the world change just that fast? What? Okay, maybe the brother can't get nothing right about now, big like that. Everybody in the world is not going to make $150,000 a year. Everybody's in the world not going to work for the city of Chicago or be in a circuit court system or the judicial system. Everybody's not cut out for that. Be happy with what you got. If you have a man and let's just say he make $50,000 a year, and I've said this before, he make $50,000 a year, and you make $50,000 a year. There's nothing wrong with that. But we get to this point where we live outside our boundaries now. You want a man that make all that money, you don't even make all that money. That's crazy. Oh no, I want a man that make $100,000 a year. Well, how much you make? I make $70,000 a year. So what the hell you want him for? You might get it, you might not. I don't know. Hey, look, I'm just a guy with a crazy podcast that likes to shoot off about crazy things sometimes, but I think I'm making sense. But it is what it is. We have to start looking at the signs. The signs are always there. Oh, Marcus, hold on, bro. I got you, man. Got Marcus coming on, people.
Hey.
Oh, there you go. What's good, Marcus? How you feeling, bro?
I'm all right.
That's good. So you out there working, man.
Yeah, I'm still out here, but I'm about to wrap it up. But man, I've watched so much. I listened to a lot of things today. kind of touching on what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
And one of the things that, well, I'd already was doing, these short little videos on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Called Men's Camp.
Right.
And so one of the things that I touched on was about trying to teach young men to protecting their seed.
True.
And when I said that, it wasn't particularly about about a sexual thing. It was more than that. It was more than about the sexual thing, but it was also talking about protecting the things that you're working for.
Right.
Because what seems to be happening now, we see it on social media so much about, just like you said, women. Some of these women want a man making this amount of money, and if they don't have that kind of man, then they don't want to be with.
Exactly.
And so if you're a young man out there and you're building yourself up, you might be in school or something like that. You might be just graduated out of high school and you're trying to go into your profession.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you gotta understand, people know what your potentials are. And if you're not careful, then you're gonna have women out there that's gonna try to use you.
Definitely.
Because they see what that potential is.
Right.
And so I just that's the reason why I do the men's camp, to try to inform them, because we're gonna be having it's gonna be a very hard time out here.
Oh
for
man.
men and women.
For real, it's
gonna be a really hard time to get together.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, I say it like this. I think it's gonna be a generation that's gonna come on some serious hard time financially. And just like you were just saying about somebody making $50,000, and then if she's making $50,000, he's making $50,000. Okay, I don't understand why you guys can't get together. Why you can't get it together to make it work?
Exactly, man. When you find out, let me know.
Right. And like I said before, it's all part of a mindset. It's all part of a mindset.
You're right. You're absolutely right, man. It plays the mindset plays a big part, man. It plays a real big part of relationships. A lot of people don't know that, but it does. You're 100% correct. It plays a big part of relationships. It does.
Right. And you know what? I was listening to something today, and the man was saying, well, the man wants something simple. He wants something simple, and it's all he wants is cooperation.
That's it.
Cooperation and peace. And cooperation leads to peace in the house.
Well, I was just going to say that.
Right. I mean, it's just simple like that. Cooperation leads to peace in the house. It's the same with the church. Okay? Everybody's on one accord. Everybody's cooperating with each other. Then guess what happens? There's peace in the church.
Yeah, but how many of us really want to accept the fact that we have peace within ourselves, man? I mean, peace within the household and stuff.
Right,
a lot of people don't even want that.
Yes.
A lot of people don't want it. It's crazy that it's like that because just like you said, just said, if I'm making 50,000, you making 50,000, we should be able to pull that together and live and I'm not gonna say live a perfect life, but at least we can make it off of that. If we put our money together and do it the right way, we should be fine with that.
You would be doing better than the actual middle class.
Exactly.
As a family, you would be doing better than the middle class.
But People expectations are so high, man.
Right.
Everybody
And
don't
here's
make
another thing.
$100,000. Go ahead.
My bad.
Go ahead.
Here's another thing I heard today as well. And it goes back to what you were talking about of being submissive. And the gentleman said, well, men submit faster than women would submit. And I had to scratch my head. I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on a minute. What do you mean men is going to submit faster than women? Well, it goes back to, okay, wanting that kind of peace in the household. So some men out here, they will submit to all that craziness going on just so they can have some peace when they get home.
Yep. And that make a lot of sense, because I've heard a couple of people say that before, and I scratched my head on it too. I'm like, wait, what? But when you break it down, it makes a lot of sense.
It made a lot of sense, yeah.
Brothers just want peace, man. Brothers just want to come home to something peaceful. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. But what? I mean, it's not a big price to pay. It's common sense. You know, it's common sense.
Right.
But some of us take things out of proportion, and you got to live with the aftermath of that situation.
Right. And you know what? I want to just say this last thing real quick. Things.
What was that, Marcus?
Being submissive. I said submissive does not mean you losing control.
Exactly.
It does not mean that you losing freedom.
Exactly.
You know,
really
I mean, right? Because I mean, if you think about it, you know, if you go back to religion. If we're supposed to be submissive to God, God didn't say that we were going to lose our freedom.
He never did. He never did. And you can look anywhere in the scriptures. He never said that. He never said that. But somebody changed the rules.
Right.
Somebody somewhat changed the rules, and people just jumped on the bandwagon and said, hey, I like the way this sounds. Man, that's not supposed to be like that.
Right.
So what do you do in that situation, you know? What do you do? I don't know. Because these people are teaching, these people are teaching people how to go about doing things the wrong way now, you know? You ain't got to do this, you ain't got to do that. Yes, you do. If you marry a guy, that's just your job as a wife. Just like his job as a husband is to take care of the household, pay the bills, and support the kids, and so it's a two-way street. It's a two-way street.
But you know what? I want to give credit to, you know, we finally started seeing some women that are coming out and talking about this, and they're very credible about what they're talking about.
They are. They really are.
But it's not happening fast enough. But they are out there, and they are coming around and saying something about it.
They are. They are, man. They really are.
So if any ladies out there that are in agreement to what's going on, you know, what's going on to try to change this scenario. Look, make your voice be.
Hello? Oh, there you go. I got you back on. I think I lost reception. What would you say, Marcus?
Because some women out there. I said if there's some women out there listening to this, and you think that the problem credible to help to step up and say something to get it on, make your voice, because we need more women to step up and voice it what is right, not what is wrong. We've heard you're wrong too long. We need the right. We need to know what the.
Yeah, man, you're right, bro. You're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right.
But yeah, I'm gonna get up off of here because I'm about to try to get up out of here.
Okay.
So I appreciate you for letting me up. And
hey, no problem. Always, man. Always a pleasure to talk to you, brother. Always a pleasure. Definitely. All right, Mark, you take it easy, brother.
All right, you too.
You too, man. So yeah, there you go. So I guess I'm doing something right, huh, people? Here we go. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me because I don't. This thing is retarded. But yeah, and I will say this: shout out and kudos to a lot of sisters that's coming into the light now, because a lot of them are actually coming into the light, because just like the brothers have to come into the light, man. We can't always live by what we think is good. And a lot of women have pages calling out BS from other women. No, there was a time we never seen nothing like this, but a lot of them do have pages and like, man, you know what, such and such. Brothers, stay away from these such and such type of sisters that don't want to do this, that don't want to do that, and blah, blah, this, that, and the other. But just like he said, it's coming out, but it's a slow process because let's just be honest, it's pretty hard to condemn what you are. That goes not with everybody, but with some people, it's pretty hard to do that. And to the sisters that's out there doing it, man, look, hats off to y'all. And they don't put two and two together. Like, you never hear them say something like, sisters, we do blah, blah, this, and the other, and sisters is wrong, but the men do it too. No, they keep it on a sister basis. And that's how I think that some shows should go. If you're talking about a basic situation, you stick with the basic situation. So hats off to these sisters, man. I appreciate y'all. I love you guys for speaking the truth. And I wish, well, I'm not going to wish, hopefully it'll catch on so more of our people can come out of this, because we can only do it together if we work together. Now, the sisters that's out there doing it, guess what they're doing? They're taking accountability for the wrongdoings that they did. And that's not hard to do as a woman, because a woman don't like to be wrong. But women hate being wrong. They hate it real bad. But I just wanted to send a shout out to them young ladies, the ones that's doing it, and the ones that's thinking about doing it, and the ones that might do it tomorrow. You guys have my utmost respect for you guys. So it's like what Brother Marcus just said, man. You know, if I'm making 50K and you making 50K, hey, look, man, we finna get married. So yeah, I have to know how much you make. You have to know how much I make. Let's work on this thing. Let's build an account together. We can do some things with this, man. But nobody wants that anymore. I got to make $250,000 a year, but you stuck in a $70,000 a year. No, how come you don't want to pick yourself up? But I have to take care of you because those are your demands. And if a guy say, no, I don't want that, you can't get mad at him. You can't. Well, you don't know what it is to have a real woman. Guess what? 9 out of 10, hey, look, if that's a real woman, I don't want it. I'll just stick to my regular grounds. It is what it is, people. So there we go. Well, not all, but the conclusion is this. The word submission, or being submissive to your husband, is not a bad thing. The moment you take on that man's last name, you have to submit to that man. I don't make these rules. Marcus don't make the rules. None of us on here make the rules. These are the rules from the Most High. And man can't change the rules. Only thing man can do is manipulate rules. And when you go against the grain of what the Father had intent for us, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Women, if you marry a man, you should know your job. Men, if you marry a woman, you should know your job. You want the benefits of a wife, but you're not doing what it takes to be a wife. Or the benefits of a husband, but you're not doing what it takes to be a husband. Just don't get married. Don't do it. No, you know what? You're a beautiful person. You fine as hell. Baba, whoop the bam this. But I don't see myself marrying you because I'm not ready for that level. I love him. he love me, we finna go down to City Hall or whatever and get married. No. It don't work like that. It'll never work like that. Because when you're married, marriage is pretty much the last step. That's it. Either we gonna grow old and pass away, or we gonna have to break up. And who wants a divorce under their belt? Anybody that's sane and got a mind don't want a divorce under their belt. Because guess what? Marriages isn't looked upon as a good thing now. Divorces are. That's why you get divorce parties. Then you get people say, well, I was married for 4 times. How many times you want to get married? It takes one time for me. That's it. Show's over. Hey, it didn't work. That's just me. That's just me. And everybody want to do it more, that's your thing. But me, that's it for me. I don't need all those wives under my belt. Look at the celebrities. They be having 5, 6 wives. But it is what it is, man. I don't know. Draw your own conclusions. Draw your own conclusions, people. But that's going to do it for today. You already know who I am. My name is Pico the City Brown. This is One-on-One Talk. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Hit that like button on YouTube. Hit the follow button on TikTok. Take care of yourself, each other. I'm out of time, man. Take care of yourself, each other. I love all you guys for watching. I appreciate everything y'all done. And hey, if you want to contribute, you are always free to send stars. If not, hey, just watch it alone. That contributes to me. So this your boy. You already know what it is. Take care of yourself and each other. Pray more and always, always, always keep God first. Jones, I see you up here, man. What's going on, brother? That's it for tonight, man. I'll probably be back tomorrow with another show. I'll probably do a part 2 to this, but if not, you'll know what happens. You already know, man. I'm out of here. This your boy Pico.